Well, we had two goals. We accomplished one and a half of them, 1 2/3 of them. Most importantly, we had to get Merle's interior bedlined, which we accomplished. Mission success. And number 2, I got to get that carport together for winter. Got halfway, 2/3 of the way there. I just kind of ran out of time because priorities, right? So we'll get that up in the next video, finish getting that up, and roll cage. Lots and lots of roll cage. So we are in dire need of some rain protection around here. As you can tell from the last several videos, every time it rains, we're screwed. So we're going to fix that today. I'm going to put up a 20 by 20 carport right here to give us some dry room. The garage is right over there, so I can run power and air into it. So step 1, clean up my junkyard so that I have room. All right, let's open this up. All right, so it gets really windy here. I don't really trust these little spring clamps. You can see, I'm sure they work fine when the weather's cool, but like I said, we live on top of a hill, so it gets like a freaking jet tunnel over here sometimes. So I'm going to pull all these out, drill them all the way through, and bolt all these connections together to try to make this thing withstand winter. So I'm going to go run and get 62 bolts and washers and nuts and everything, and then it's going to be drill city, and we're going to bolt this thing together to try to give it a shot at having a little bit of longevity. Well, it appears that Bedliner day is upon us. I gotta get Merle finished prepped on the inside and Bedliner sprayed today so that it can cure all week so that next weekend we can get back on that roll cage. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get to it. All right, so our general plan of attack here. We're gonna scuff out the rest of these little factory goopy panels that they pour on the floor. Pull the shifters out, pull that guy out, pull the main hoop out, scuff this entire interior, and then spray the floor. And we got to get it done today and as early as possible so that it can be as warm as possible when I spray this stuff. So I'm going to get to it. And for the safety people, got my respirator because I'm not about to breathe all this crap in and trash my lungs. All right. Oh. Helps if you're plugged in. All right. Let's party. So this is why you wear masks when you're doing this crap. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to breathe that crap in. So we're going to blow this guy out and see where we're at, and then we can start prepping. You got to get this whole thing sanded down with like 150, I think is what I've got, but you need to be somewhere between 120 and 180 grit. Got to sand this whole floor. I think on the sides I'm going to come up to maybe about here, because down the road, when I put the new drivetrain in the spring, I'm going to stretch this wheelbase more. So I'm probably going to need to cut these and move them back. So I kind of want to set myself up for future success there. And then when we deadline the ceiling, I'm going to sound deaden inside these panels down both sides too. So we'll be, bedliner up to about here, all the way across. And I'm going to get back to it because I'm burning daylight. gonna hit this exposed metal with some etch primer. And I'm chasing sunlight here, so I don't have time to show you guys how to set up Raptor Line or whatever. I just need to get it done and get it sprayed so that this can cure before I need to close these doors for the night so the dew doesn't ruin it. So I'm gonna get some etch primer down, I'm gonna get that Raptor ready, and then we're gonna start hitting this thing. And I'm just covering the spots that are real bad bare metal, and this should flash in the time that it'll take me to get the Raptor ready. Alright, wish me luck. If I can't bring you on for the last one here. They're a little giddy up for their hardener. Kind of sucks if you're in a hurry like I am, because I'm trying to get this done before it starts getting dewy outside, and this stuff needs to cure for a little bit before I can seal my car up for the night. So I've got one more quart, or one more of these little liter bottles of the Raptor liner. But there's definitely not enough hardener to do it. So I'll hold on to that bottle for next time. And this should be enough. This is all there is to it. 8 ounces of the hardener. They send you a little cup, and if you're lucky like mine, you'll get a cup that's broken. So that was really cool. And then you just shake the piss out of this thing for 2-3 minutes and get back to spraying. Let's pivot you over. So for this interior, for a single pass, looks like 3 of these 24-ounce bottles would be enough. I wish I had the other one, but like I said, I got the crack cup and I'm in a rush, so it's kind of leaking a little bit more than I would like because I'm chasing daylight, as I've said like 8 times, because I really am, like, I'm about out of sun. So this still needs time to cure. So I'll finish up this back. I'm going to go over like the hump and the footwell areas again, because those are going to be my high traffic zones to get a little bit thicker build up there. And we'll be good. I'm not too worried about getting like way up on here, because when I stretch this thing down in the future, I'm going to have to cut all this apart and open this up anyways. So not too worried about getting a ton of build up there. I'll be able to touch that up when I do it and add a bunch of extra then. So
There you go, boys. That's
Well, there you go. That's how to Raptor Line in a hurry. All right, guys, Bedliner, sprayed, carport, half built, but I had to get this done today so that it can sit all week because next weekend, it's a long weekend because of Thanksgiving, which means roll cage marathon. So we're gonna get a bunch done in here next weekend. So the following video after this, we're back on the cage. Should be some major progress on that. And remember, if you don't get started, you never get finished.